cut up awfully, and it was just too much going on. Cause they have a stage full of people. I mean, they got people doing everything. They even had some. George even rode into the Civic Center onto the stage in a car. Okay.
Now mine, it was at the Civic Center. The best show I ever saw.
Okay.
Is, and I'm in agreement with you, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Somebody gave me and my husband some tickets to go see them a couple years ago. I mean, they showed out. Now, mind you, these guys have been out since when? They're like the early, mid-70s? Early 70s. Yeah. And they still play and carry on stage like they did then. Yeah. Verdine, I don't know where he gets the energy to do what he does.
He bring it.
He did a bass solo.
Yeah.
And for a minute there, I didn't think I was still in the Civic Center. I thought we had left and went to outer space or something. And he played for I don't know how long. And when he got finished, they just went back into something else. I'm like, hold on, I need time to process what just happened.
Because they transitioned so.
Yeah, and they just went on to something else like that was right, what they did. Like it was normal.
Yeah, it was normal for them.
So then after the show was finished, they, Philip, Bailey and all them, they came out, bowed, and, well, y'all have a good night, Huntsville. And this old man stood up behind, he was on a cane, an old black man. And he said, I want more before I go home.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, we got you. And they came out and played almost another hour.
Yeah, that's what
almost another hour. Yeah. I don't know where they found the music. Yeah. They just played.
But they got so much music.
They got so many hits.
Yeah.
And I never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
These men are, I'm sure they people granddaddies.
Yeah, they are.
You know.
They are. All these guys are in their 60s. Okay?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. But that show blessed me.
Yeah.
That was a top show, and Janet Jackson is very close behind. Yeah. Janet, same thing. She still moves like she did when I was a child. Yeah. She puts on a great show. And Fantasia, we saw Fantasia at the Civic Center. And she just gave it to us and then went on off the stage. I don't even think she said goodnight. I think she just sang on off the stage and they closed the curtain and the lights went off. It was her and Avant. And they gave us a great show.
Man, yeah, I've seen, and I got to throw this in here because I've been talking about all these black groups and stuff, and funk groups and jazz artists and stuff like this. But one of my just favorite is Leonard Skinner.
I knew you were gonna say Leonard Skinner.
Never got a chance to see them when they were back in the 70s and stuff, when they had Sweet Home Alabama and all this out, and Free Bird.
Yeah.
But I saw them here at the Big Spring Jam. Me and one of my partners, Don Canese. We went and seen everybody, okay? Because me and him both loved music. That was we love music. And so, looked like when they went into their solo on Free Bird.
Oh my goodness!
It looked like the stage was moving. It looked like the stage was moving. And everybody just standing there with their mouth.
It's one of the greatest guitar solos.
And all these guys are lined up on stage soloing. Everybody's doing their own thing. It was just freestyling and they just shed it. I mean, people couldn't even say nothing. People had screens stuck in their throat because they couldn't get it out. But speaking of, that's on that same stage, that same night, I saw Hall and Oates.
Oh, I know that was good.
Hall and Oates bad themselves.
Yeah.
But they had a jazz guy with them that he played saxophone, okay? And they just turned him loose on the song. And he soloed for about 20 minutes, I seem like. I mean, he played so long that people was hoarse when they got through hollering and screaming and stuff. Because he did things, that they just let him play. I mean, didn't nobody try to stop him or nothing. And when he got through, he just turned around, walk back to the back of the stage. You know, like, okay, y'all can go about what y'all was doing. But this is our love for music, our passion for music. That's why today, you know, I play no instruments to nothing, but I sell music, and I used to DJ back a little while ago. Mm-hmm. But I sell music, and I want to make sure that the music lives on. And I'm talking real music.
If you need any music, this is the man to see.
Yeah, I got anything that your heart desires.
Any genre.
Yeah.
You name it, he got it. He even sold somebody a CD with some Brazilian monkeys chanting in the Amazon. Was it the rainforest?
Yeah.
It was some monkeys chanting.
Oh,
do y'all understand? I got Somebody bought that from him. So if he can sell that, he got anything. Anything you name it, he got it.
And
but it's because of him that I have such a love and passion for music. Even yesterday we were at Casey's and I don't know what station it was on. A Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top came on. And my dad played this over and over again when I was a child. We'd be in the kitchen dancing and, you know, just whatever. He might be in there cooking or cleaning or whatever. He got music on. Everything we do, we got to have a soundtrack. And I was up there singing it at the bar, and this guy just kind of looked like he wasn't expecting that from me. But I love all kind of music because of him. I mean, I'm totally out of the box. You climb in my car, you might go from Prince to Selena to Whitney Houston, and then might hear Cash Money. I mean, just anything. And then we'll Earth, Wind and Fire. You hear a lot of them. Luther. I'm all over the place. But I love music, and that's what we're gonna be bringing to you in these episodes. Just our love and passion for music. We're gonna be talking about a lot of good things. I got my top 10 guitarists, drummers, my top 10 bands. And, you know, if you hear the list and you thinking somebody should have been there that wasn't, let me know. Yeah, because, you know, it's just so much good music out here.
And,
you know?
And see, the one thing about music is everybody have a different taste, but it's certain artists that can bring it for anybody, okay?
Yeah.
And when you just hear them, something start moving within you. I don't care who you are. If it don't, you need to really rush to the doctor and get checked out, because like when James was at his height, James Brown, the Godfather, when he was at his height, and to me that was the 70s, and one of the songs that come to mind, You Better Think, you know, Lynn Collins was singing. Yeah. And that was her song, but they played it on James' tour, you know, because I saw them in San Diego also, this was her song. This was one of her solo releases. But they and Lynn sung with James, okay, and a lot of people don't know a local guy here from here, you know, Rusty Crine, he played with James Brown for 7 years, all right? And he went everywhere with James. A good friend of mine. He's gone on to music heaven now, but he was a super horn player. He played trumpet. He was tight. But it's just so, and Hustle has so much music because I was talking to
a lot of hidden gems here.
I was talking to a record store owner here the other day, and he said, man, I found this song by Bill Brandon, a 45, and he was down there playing it. He said, I didn't know nothing about these people. He's like Tracy's age. He's 37. You know, I put her age out there, but I know she don't care.
No, I'm good.
And I got to tell him about some more local groups and local acts, and I was telling him about when Bill Brandon and Sweet Lorraine used to be like they was the house entertainers.
Lorraine Brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to call her Sweet Lorraine when she was singing with Bill. But they was
awesome singer, by the way. I grew up listening to her.
Yeah,
gospel.
Her gospel.
Yeah.
But she was just him and her. They were local celebrities when I was a kid, when I was young, and then even after I came back in my early 20s, they were still playing at a few of the clubs around town. But it's just so many great entertainers from around here, and I give. And later on, we're gonna give some of them some plugs too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and,
definitely.
Because we want to always make sure that we honor those who kept the faith,
Yeah.
and kept their passion. All right.
We want to talk about people that don't get their flowers,
right?
But they should.
Right.
I love talking about people that are unsung or underrated. People that should have all kind of shine, but for some reason or another, they just get lost in the shuffle somewhere. We want to really bring out, those groups and acts and things.
And that's about a good overview of today, because it's always going to be groups that you forget, and they'll come to mind. But we'll eventually talk about them, okay?
Yeah.
at some point in time. But never got a chance to see Stevie Wonder. The day I left San Diego on a Friday, my flight was on Friday, and Stevie was going to be in San Diego the next day, and I wanted so bad to stay and see him, but I was getting ready to go overseas, and I needed to go home and spend some time with my family. And I only had a 15-day window, so I said, let me go. And so I went on, got on my flight and got out of there. But I hate I missed Steve. I never got a chance to see him live. And that was my last real opportunity. I don't remember being anywhere else where I could have seen him. But one other thing I'm gonna add, and I'm pretty much done with it, is most of any band, any act that you could think of, like singers, they always have a tight band behind them, okay?
Yes.
And lots of times, unless you go to their shows, you don't understand how bad this band is, because a lot of times these, I guess you could say, the star will let his band play a set before him, and you get a chance to really see how bad his band is. I remember when I was in Philadelphia, I saw the Dramatics, and they had a bad band. And they let their band come out and play for about 30, 40 minutes before they came on stage, and they had the house ready. When they came on stage, they didn't have to do but come out there and cut up, and that's what they done. But the band was so tight, and usually most of your really superstars, they have a great band, okay, and they're gonna have the best. And but it's so much that we can say about live entertainment, and I thank God that I was able to come along during the era when live entertainment was just so good, and
right.
And it's
history.
It's history, and I feel like I'm a part of, especially locally here, like I said, because of the Civic Center here opened during the time when I was young, and so we got a chance to see a lot of good acts because of the Civic Center. And that's pretty much it. Appreciate y'all listening to old man ramble about his passion. But
y'all will hear some more of it.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be back as a guest. But that's all we got for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and share and all that good stuff. We see you next time. It's Sincerely Tracy. Have a good one.